myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly. I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly. I can fly. I can fly.
How's it going, guys? How's everyone doing? So tonight we're going to be creating some compost, and we're going to be carting out to some of the fields. We're currently playing on my, I call it, like, it's all more realistic stuff basically. All of the mods used are more realistic mods. It's a save game which I started recently, and it's just for fun. That like it's non-legit. I'm waiting for Oakfield to be released, and until then, I'm having a bit of a play around with a save game that isn't legit. Yeah, so we have some big toys to play with. Everything in this save game is more realistic, capable. So we spoke in the last stream. The last stream was a couple of, it might have been a week or so ago now, and we spoke in that stream about the possibility of our Oakfield save game becoming a more realistic series. Just gonna turn this music down a bit. And I thought about it. I did say that we would be sort of a bit bottlenecked with mods that we could use, but since then I've done some research and I've been able to sort of learn how to convert mods to more realistic. So like the Zerion here, the Bunning Spreaders, and the John Deere just here. These are all mods I've converted to more realistic. So I'm looking forward to being able to use these on Oakfield, and so I'm going to be making the Oakfield series a more realistic version. So we're going over here to the composter. Now, in the time of which I was away, Knuston Farm got released. Let's not get this confused. The version I have, I've helped with the making of the map. I got the map to the stage where it was seasons compatible. So I've helped Victorious throughout the making of Knuston, and so I've had the map for a long time. And since the map has been finished, I've carried on doing work to it. I've added, as we saw in one of the streams, we added compost to it. I've added different textures to it and stuff like that. So the map has been released. The link is in the description for anyone that hasn't played the map yet. Now that version won't have compost on it. It doesn't have. I have slightly different textures. But other than that, it's pretty much the same map. Okay. So yeah, let's just do this. I'm gonna move some compost from here, dump it in some of the fields. I haven't used more realistic properly since FS17, so it's been really nice using it recently. Really nice. These Richard Weston trailers also are the updated pack that are coming soon, so I'll show you those. Get rid of it. Here we go. Right. Yeah, so these Richard Weston pack, let's have a look in the store here. So this is, they've got a new store image. I've converted them to more realistic, but they have new options in here. They have all these high visibility strips. They have a new light pack on the back. So we have a look. You can see these new set of lights on the back. We've got a number plate. The decals have been changed slightly, and all around the details have been changed. If we turn the work lights on, you can see we have some new work lights on the back of the trailer. And we have new, if I turn the tractor on, we have new lights that are all round, they're all new. So the detail on them has been upped a bit. So this pack will be getting released very soon. Within the next couple of days they're getting uploaded. Yeah, looking forward to that. Well, I'm not too sure how much compost we're going to get out of this. I've loaded up the composter, and we've got some bales there to put through it. Yeah, the texture issue is the original reason why the trailers were re-looked at, and since then these improvements have been made. But I think they look really good. I'm not too sure if we're going to get to spreading today from this compost or not, but with the bunning spreaders I did some changes to the fill plane, so I want to see whether or not that's any better, so we'll have a look at that. Oops. Still trying to get used to the braking. Takes a bit longer for the machines to brake. Good evening, Isaac. It's going good. I'll catch up on messages in a minute. Okay, we'll leave that there. If the stream looks a bit fuzzy, I know that I noticed it in some of the videos that the shaders were causing the stream to act a bit strange. So if it does and it's not clear or anything, I can turn off the shader. So, I forget which fields we own. Most of them are up around the farm. Okay. I'm just gonna spread compost on a couple of fields that have, which have got crop, double in the fields. Forget the name of it. All the rest of the fields have been cultivated. So no point of spreading on those. Right, Isaac, see you in a bit. Quite difficult to stay on the track. The tractor's trying to bounce around all the time. Oh, that was close to the gate post. Oh, catching my leg on wires. Have a look how much has this still got in it. Still got 6. Okay. Some more in. I never liked this grab when it was first released, but after I've been using it a bit more, I started to like it a bit more. Oh. Okay, we'll put these last 4 in. That should be enough. I think I'm going to take one more load of compost to that field and then carry on with some drilling. Got a lot of fields to drill. So use for that. Okay, she's full. Oh. You mean how easy is it to put a compost machine? It took me 11 hours to put the compost machine on this map. Yeah, the compost, I think the reason why it took me 11 hours, I didn't just put the compost machine on, I also added compost as a fill plane so that when you tipped it on the, you know, you're able to tip it on the ground. And I've made it so that when you spread it, it also leaves a layer of compost. So, I mean, if I took like those two out of it and just added the compost machine, it would have probably just took me sort of like 8 hours or so. But it was a real pain to get onto the map. In the stream that we did it, it was like an hour and a half, and we got it on the map, but it wasn't functioning properly. Took me so long to figure out why. I'm so glad that Oakfield has compost on it. This means I don't have to go and do it all again. I mean, if you've done it before, I guess it's not going to be too difficult. But if it's your first time, like it was me, you might be able to do it a bit easier. Okay, I'm gonna just leave the composter running to create some more compost, and we'll go empty this. And do some more drilling. Turn this up a bit. Yeah, I added, the reason why I added compost is because we didn't have, with there being no animals on the map, there's no like legitimate way apart from the BGA to get like sort of green fertilizer. So I wanted a way of getting like a solid material that I could use a muck spreader to spread. So I used the, you know, like the buy manure trigger stuff that didn't feel legit to me, so I felt I sort of thought about what I wanted to add and saw compost, and then it sort of went from there. I bring one of the spreaders down to the composter, and we'll fill it up and we'll spread some compost that you guys can see. See what I mean by when you spread it, it leaves a layer of it. So yeah, if you just add the composter, you don't sort of get the ability to tip on the ground. You have to add it as a to add it into the map. Yeah, the adding stuff like compost and stuff like that, I love doing that because it, like you say, it just adds stuff to do. With this map, it was you know, it's quite important because of the fact you can't, there isn't any animals in the map. But yeah. We'll grab one of the tractors that's got the mark spreader on it as well. Go load up one. I haven't, not too sure about the wheel deform stuff. It's unloaded at the minute, I think. I mean, it looks like it maybe should be fully loaded with the amount of tyres deformed. I need to fiddle around with that a bit, but yeah, nice to have mark spreaders that are more realistic. Tracks are so bumpy. Ugh. I should be paying attention. Wish I ended up in the trees. Oh, I was going to hit the gate then. Yeah, more realistic. Really doesn't like these tracks. Bouncing all over the show. Oh. Bouncy bouncy. I want to change the gearbox mods controls to my mouse so that I can change up and down gears by clicking. It's quite a strange place to have the gear up and down as their default controls. Especially with the Zerion, when you're drilling with it, it doesn't like hills too much. So you have to go down a couple of gears, and I keep on hitting the wrong button. It's quite frustrating. Hopefully the compost has made a bit more compost for us. Cut through here. Oh, I didn't hit the gate first. Let's have a look. How much? Like it's made that much. Oh, it's made some. Made a little bit more. Not too much. Hasn't used those extra 2 hours yet. Oh, the FPS. The comp. I'm not too sure if it costs money to run. It certainly obviously costs money to put fuel in it. It costs a lot. Like with more realistic mod, I think it lowers the amount that fuel actually costs. But it costs like I think 50,000 pounds worth of fuel into the composter, and it's almost done all of that just on this little bit. But fuel wise it costs money, obviously the equipment and whatever product you're putting into it. But something that I found out, which I don't think it should be like, is compost sells for, where is it? Compost sells for like a lot of money. So you could buy in bales, you'd have to calculate the numbers, but you could buy in the bales and fuel and whatever, run it and sell the compost, and it's like, it's more than like sunflower and stuff like that costs at the minute. it's a bit crazy. That's just how it is, that's default, that's not me fiddling with any what are we stuck on? Can we not? Yeah. On? Ugh. Okay, not too sure if we'll have enough to fill this up with. So yeah, so I haven't gone down the route of selling compost, but it certainly shouldn't be that much. Whether, you know, like the maps that runs this sort of stuff also have boosted rates, like prices and stuff like that, I'm not too sure. I really wanted a full spreader worth, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it unless we wait around. The spreader holds I think 17 tons, so we haven't got, we might be near that actually. it does take a bit of time to process the product you're putting in. Yeah, fuel's the main factor of, you know, stuff you're putting in, cost-wise, to run it. Whether or not it costs money to actually run, I'm not too sure of. Let's do the bigger bucket. Let's do that. And another bucket full, and that would be full. I don't think we're gonna get it. Let's try this a little bit. Yeah. No, it's still not full. That's alright, it's close now. Okay, we'll leave that there. Yeah, because I wanted the spreaders to look a bit more full. There's like this huge bit at the back that isn't filled, and there's a bit at the front. I tried raising the enlarging the fill plane to fill it up a bit more, but it still looks quite empty at the back. I need to look at the XML to see if there's anything else I can do. And the wheels now. They're really flat, look at that. Okay, let's go spread this. Right. Let's spread this. I'm to really like this Puma as well. The lag spikes, no. I run a 1080 and I still get, you know, 17 FPS when I look across the map. There's no way of fixing it. It's just the optimization all round on the map. It would take a long time to go through every object and try and optimize it. When the map was being made, I did point this out to be quite a bad problem. And the only way that I could get rid of the lag is if I delete all the trees. So I went through and tried to clear out the unnecessary trees, but all around, like the whole map, there's just an insane amount of trees everywhere you look, so it's literally down to the amount of trees there are. I think there's like, in total there's 7,000 fences and hedges just alone, object wise. That's like not adding the trees on. So it's just the amount of every hedge has a fence in the middle of it, all over the map. So think you've not just got a hedge the map that, you know, the game's got to load in. It's also got the fence in the middle of it. So yeah, I don't think these hedges have LODs either. Not too sure though. Yeah, optimization is the biggest letdown on this map. I wish it was able to run better, but unfortunately not. Which is one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to Oakfield, because I know David would have made a really good job of optimizing that map. So playing on a map like this for so long that obviously does have low FPS, when you go to a map that's got really good FPS, you can see the difference straight away. Like being able to go in cab view, if I go in cab, look like down to like 30-40 FPS, look around a bit, and it's just, it might not be bad for like people that don't have, you know, a computer that might be like high FPS for other people, but it's not when you go onto a map that's you get like 120 FPS. Big change. Okay, so yeah, Compost. I added. Let's bring this up. I added. I forget the name of it now. It's basically when I spread it, it leaves a leaves a like chopped straw, leaves it on the ground behind. Going a bit quick. Yeah, so that's also what I added. It also does it for slurry and muck. Also, they've got a particle system for that also. Yeah, it's just an added extra. Yeah, looks good. It looks pretty in pictures. Okay, so yeah, let's go do some drilling. Where's the? I also did a bit of work to this. Added cube map, so it got a bit of a reflection and nice big tires on it. Yeah, so I'm using that for a bit of a change. So yeah, I did fill this up, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, there is maps. It's strange. Any German map has a lot of okay. Have a lot of trees on it, but somehow they're really well optimized. All the objects on German maps are really well optimized. The trees will have proper LODs. Like this map doesn't have, you know, proper LODs whatsoever. Yeah, I've been using Proceed, I believe that's the name of the mod also on this save game with the bigger equipment. Putting in tram lines, stuff like that. Do this. I'll do. Well, let's put it in a correct gear, shall we? Yeah, she doesn't like kills whatsoever. Where? But gearbox add-on it's so fun to use. I'd never used it before properly. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to use. Alright. I like my my tram lines to touch, so
been feeling lonely, and I wanna admit it's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly, for those gonna lift me up this time. You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes? See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going.